What's going on, guys? Ironcane here, back with a Triple the Pickers video, and in today's video we're going to be breaking down and analyzing all the survivor skins that were shown in the special anniversary live stream. And first off, we're going to be starting with Lemo, who can cook, dude, literally. So let's actually see what Lemo is doing here. So jokes aside, Lemo does have an active skill called Cook, and allows them to place a meal, and by eating it your movement speed will increase. And I actually saw how fast it increases. It gives you the same like blue aura effect that lading delay creates. I'm not sure how long this lasts, but this could be interesting, and I think it's pretty obvious. I mean, you guys know my feelings and thoughts on Scouter. He has a passive skill called Scouter Boost, and it just increases the range of Scouter. Whoa. Whoa, dude. So unfortunately, his active skill could have some use, but his passive skill is not even mid. I would just straight up say it's bad. It is a waste, unfortunately. So if you are saving and you're not a huge Lemo fan, I would probably skip on Lemo, personally, if I was free to play. Let's see who's next. Next up is the homegirl, Cheelai. I know a lot of people are happy to see Cheelai. I mean, she's cute. I'm not gonna lie, bro. She has an active skill called Thank You, a skill that has a fixed probability of getting an item for free from a vending machine. So from my understanding, based off the gameplay that they showed, that's cool, cute. She does the little pose too. It seems like she it doesn't actually like spend the soda machine, if that makes any sense, or just like the vending machine. So if your active skill is successful, you will be able to have an additional purchase on the vending machine. I don't want to say that 100%. That's just what it looked like based on the activation of the active skill in the game that I saw. And unfortunately, she also, like Lemo, has a passive skill in relation to Scouter. And even worse, she has Head Start Scouter. If I see a single one of you using this, I will slap the shit out of you. Please do not, please do not use this passive skill. It is very bad. It just starts you off with a Scouter. I guess the only thing cool here is that it's red. Whoa, dude, crazy. But I'm curious to test out her active skill to actually see if you do get an item for free. Like, say, you know, typically a soda machine, you're only able to purchase 2 sodas. I'm curious if you're successful with the active skill, if you're able to actually get more than 1 soda, maybe 3, 4, depending on how, you know, good your luck is with the active skill, right? So I feel like Thank You could actually be better than I originally thought it was, depending on if it actually doesn't charge a use on, you know, using the active skill. So the Dragon tier survivor skin is none other than Mr. Satan himself. And unlike a lot of the other Dragon tier survivor skins, I would say Mr. Satan is pretty, I mean, King Fur, I guess, you know, his rocket attack isn't that bad, and Baba's active isn't that bad. It was really just the farmer that like wasn't that great Dragon tier wise. But what's crazy about Mr. Satan is that he has a stun. And it's not just any stun like Chew or Solar Flare. It's a Charming Pose-esque stun where it has a pretty sizable range, has very quick startup, meaning that you could land Charming Pose, Raider uses the Break Strike, and just immediately go into the Savior Has Come, and the Raider is kind of going to be, you know, SOL, shit out of luck, right? So this active skill does seem to be very, very good, especially in combination with other skills that stun, right? I think it's going to be very, very good. I mean, the only downside to these skills is that I think they have a longer cooldown. Like Charming Pose has a 60-second cooldown. I think this one might have a shorter cooldown. I could have sworn it was like 40 or something, but we'll skim through the gameplay and, you know, see that for sure. His passive skill, Immortal Champion, is actually meta. 100% it's meta. The only negative about it is they can only be used once per match, but I guess I kind of understand that considering how strong it is. It doesn't sound that good in the description, but we're going to watch some gameplay, and I guarantee you it's going to blow you away. So basically what it does, if you don't have a barrier and you get attacked, you get launched. Think of you getting launched like with an ape stomp, right? Imagine that, but further, farther, and higher, but you basically get stunned on the ground for a couple of seconds, and then you can get up and you're free to do whatever the hell you want. So it is a very good passive. I think in terms of all the skills that were shown here, like Lemo, his active skill Cook could cook. The Scouter passive is really not that good. I mean, it's it's usable, as opposed to Cheelai's Head Start Scatter, which is definitely unusable. I like, it's a waste. It's a meme. Her active skill could be good. The active skills, you know, could be useful. We'll have to experiment, see how good they are in practice. Mr. Satan is good all around. He has a stun. That's great. It's similar to Charming Pose. And his passive is really cracked, and you guys will see why in a bit. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear that Bulma comes with anything new. She's just purely cosmetic, which is fine. I mean, she looks great. She looks great here. This is really cool. I mean, she looks cute. This is dope. I'm down. New outfit version of current characters are also on the way. So it seems like they might do this either every season, or maybe they'll do this throughout the season. Now that we have a good bit of Survivor skins in the game, they'll maybe like sprinkle some alternate skins for, you know, the Survivor skins that we currently have. But with that being said, I think that's kind of it of what they revealed. Oh, also, last thing, they will be adding the Farmer. If you did not play during Season 1 of Dragon Ball The Breakers, the Farmer will be available via the in-game shop. I don't know if they specify if you have to purchase him via TP tokens or if you get him through Zenny. Hopefully it's through Zenny, but I guess I could understand why they do TP tokens considering the fact it was like an exclusive thing. But that's pretty much it. But now let's move along to the gameplay, shall we? Alright, apologies for not finding like a better version where it's more close up, but here we're going to see the active skill I'll use in a sec here. So you could see the range is definitely further than Solar Flare. Let's get another look at that. Oop, I think I went too far back. There it is. So GOGETA was at this range and it landed. That's pretty much Charming Pose's range. And let's see the cooldown. 42 seconds, really? Really? So unfortunately, we really didn't get to see how long the stun lasted just because Broly used his Break Strike. But I don't know if they gave the players maxed out skills here. That could be 42 seconds maxed out. Maybe it's like, I don't know, 50 or like 45 or something like that. But 42 seconds is pretty decent for a, you know, a Charming Pose-esque stun like that. So I'm honestly pretty happy and content with that, but let's see if we can find either a better showing of this or just, excuse me, other showings of the other active and passive skills. Just wanted to show you guys the stun from the Raiders perspective, just because we're able to do it. There it is. So that's just seeing like the range of it from the Raiders perspective. I feel like it's pretty interesting. I mean, it's pretty, I mean, Broly did walk up to him, to be fair, but like, I wonder if it's a little less of a range compared to Charming Pose considering the cooldown, but we'll just have to wait and see and like test things out. But regardless, and it's cool that we got another stun similar to Charming Pose because that was the first of its kind. But again, let's keep skimming through the gameplay. So here we're actually going to see Mr. Satan's passive at work with the new Bulma skin, which looks pretty cool. So Bulma's going to take damage here, and look how far she gets knocked. This gives you plenty of time to use instant transmission. Now, of course, there is a little bit of a recovery period. As you see here, you're kind of like kicking and waggling your feet. But if this person had instant transmission equipped, I think they would have had enough time to get away, to be honest with you. Like, they're behind this rock. They might have just had enough time, or maybe they would have just got caught. But the fact that they would have had the opportunity, as opposed to getting down, kind of shows how good this skill can be. Now, you probably can get cucked in certain scenarios like this person did, since, you know, they were, like, towards the edge of the map. So, like, area destruction is used and, like, you can't get launched that far. It probably won't serve you that well. But if you get knocked into an area, I forgot that the Breakers producer Troll Spin. Toxic Breakers, bro. We love to see it. Another thing I just want to point out, this is aside from the Survivor skins, there's gold vehicles now. Cool. We've never really had vehicle customization like that, so that's a really nice addition. Happy for that. Alright, so here we're going to see an example of Cheelai's active skill. She kicks it and got a free cube. So I think that's our first time actually seeing the graphic of a medium cube. Because typically you would never see a medium cube because they don't spawn. So that's actually really interesting to see like the first instance of it. Unfortunately, we don't get to see this person purchase from the machine additionally afterwards. But it doesn't, I'm not sure if this actually costs from the machine, because obviously these machines you can only use 2 from. But say if this active skill is successful, are you able to use this active skill and then purchase 2 times? That would be kind of cracked. That's what I'm really curious to see. But I mean, I guess, you know, If not, it could be clutch in a scenario where, like, say you don't have any Zenny. It could be helpful in that situation, but I don't know. If it doesn't do what I'm theorizing it to do, it's definitely going to go down a couple pegs in my book. Also, before I move on, I just forgot to point out that it has an 80-second cooldown, so it's not like you can abuse it. But I feel like the fact that it has such a long cooldown hopefully means that it doesn't actually cost something from the machine. But, you know, again, we'll wait and see. So here I just want to show you guys another example of Mr. Satan's passive skill. This time Toshi gets to see it in action, which is pretty funny. So look how far he gets knocked back, bro. Look at that. That's insane. He was at the STM in the middle of the map, and he gets knocked in an entirely different area. It's knocked all the way to the end of C, practically. And he's pretty much safe and sound. So, like, I feel like this is a kind of a chance passive, but I feel like it's a passive that's kind of worth the risk. It does seem fairly meta to me. Now, of course, the Raider can just chase you down afterwards, but in a situation like this where the STM is out, I feel like it's going to be very difficult for the Raider to chase somebody down if there's a level 4 out, if you know, people are about to start the super time machine and things of that nature, right? So if the Raider has a lot of things to focus on, it's going to be very difficult for them to chase you down after getting knocked. But I feel like this range is very, very impressive. So I feel like in terms of the skills I've seen so far, that Mr. Satan passive is definitely the one that has caught my eye. Look at that, bro. Golly. So here we have Lemo's active skill that Toshi was using. It actually seems like this speed boost lasts for a fairly long time. I'm telling you, landing delay would have ended by now. So that move seems very impressive. Honestly, you know, I don't know if it's going to be meta per se, but like the fact that it lasts as long as it does might not be that bad, and you can combine it with landing delay notification. So like if the Raider's chasing you, like say if you're hiding behind something, let me lower this because they're laughing hella loud. So say if you're hiding behind something, right, and the Raider is coming towards you, you could pop this, eat the food, pop flowing device, hop on the flowing device, and then look how long you would have a speed boost for. I mean, that is a pretty long time, guys. I honestly, I feel like it's not really that bad. I mean, obviously, I think Mr. Sane is probably the best in terms of what you get for the Survivor skins. But that's pretty much in terms of the gameplay, guys. But like I was saying previously, let me see if I can find where the hell the Survivor skins were. Here we are. Yeah, so I feel like what you're getting in terms of the Survivor skins, I think Mr. Sane is the best. And that's great because he's free. He's the one you get via the Dragons here. Next, I don't know if I want to say Lemo is the next best. I mean, I guess technically, as a complete package, I would say his active skill and passive is better. Where Cheelai, her active skill has the potential to be very good, but her passive skill is literally like dog doo-doo. Like, it is actually really, really bad. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it in terms of the Survivor skins. Let me know in the comments below what you feel, how you like the Survivor skins, which one is your favorite. Is it Cheelai? Is it Lemo? Is it Mr. Sane? Is it Bulma and her new snowsuit? I feel like for me, personally, I think Cheelai is really cool that we're getting her, but I think Mr. Satan is probably going to be the most, like, realistic choice out of all of them. But it's really cool that we get to play as, like, Lemo and Cheelai. Like, not many games that's, like, a thing, right? So that's very exciting. But, yeah, boys, make sure to sub to the channel for more Dragon Ball The Breakers related content, whether it be showcases, rage comps, live streams, reactions, all that good stuff. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Take care, stay safe, have fun. Peace out.